Like, also, like, aside, edit this out. Should we do, like, aside, I completely forgot, sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Well, straight out of the Scarlet Halls and on the salty streets of Borealis, we have our first episode of Do Not Relent. I'm Slide Whistle, and I'm here with Immunization,
Hey.
and we have Aaron.
I don't get a fun name.
Nope, just a regular old boy.
We
Alright, so what did you guys do in WoW this week? Did you do anything awesome, anything fun, anything shitty?
did a full clear of heroic Uldir, and that feels really good, especially since we squeezed in with that AOTC, 2 weeks before 8.1? We really pushed it to the limit there, but then I was like, oh, this is a fluke. And I felt really good because this week we showed up.
Yeah, we got it last week.
We just one-shot it with even, new people? People I had never seen before.
I mean, it was a struggle because we lost our raid lead. We lost, 4 of our, main raid people. So it was just an uphill battle for us to get there.
Yeah, the beginning of BFA, and specifically Uldir, was a really transformative time. I was less of a raider during Legion because of internet problems, but it seems like we halved our fighting force, and at least for you guys, being two of the major damage dealer, or a damage dealer and a healer, became leaders of the group. It's just wild that we were sort of starry-eyed, fresh recruits, and now here we are.
I recruited us one of our orb runners, so that's all we really needed, I guess, with Rithik.
Yeah, because once we got those orb runnings down, then we really were able to clear Gahoon.
Whenever the orb gets put in, I always kiss up at the sky, and I'm like, thank you, Slide Whistle. You did it. This is because of you.
Did you do anything else other than your old year clear, during the day when you were playing WoW?
I hung out with my main boy Stabbenstein, and we did a couple leveling because I'm a fool and I can't wait for 8.1 when the the leveling squish happens. I'm like, nah, I want it to be difficult.
You gotta earn those stripes.
And you know what I did find was I went to a pre-burnt down Lordanelle, and I found 3 Worgen NPCs who had names, and I'm like, this is amazing. And then deep in my stomach, I remembered that it was burnt down, and they are dead.
There are Worgens that have name besides Gen?
There were Worgens that had names besides Gen. They are now a charcoal briquette.
You should have saved them.
I didn't know you had to click on the water, okay? My 13 stand 13.
13.
I was there for 4 minutes and I saved 13 people because I didn't know that I thought you just had to clear the fire. Oh no, I threw the bucket. I didn't know you had to click on them. So 13.
You have blood on your hands.
Wigglestein got 0. I just did the silly spank it dance in the loading zone until Gen showed up and saved me. Immunization, did you do anything crazy in WoW?
I mean, other than the Uldir clear, which we killed, one night again, which is pretty awesome after so long of taking to even make it to Gahoon, but we did it, and it's exciting. Other than that, I did a few world quests here and there. I've been really trying hard to decide which alt I want to level first when this, leveling buff, nerf, whatever it is, happens.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that there were multiple alts on the table. Yeah, I thought Koragos was your main guy.
Yeah, I mean, I do not know.
What are the options? What are you choosing between?
Kind of have always wanted to have a max level Druid, and Big Sal might be on the menu, guys. Ever since I've seen that these paladins are crushing our healing meters, I'm like, maybe I need to be up in this mix.
Are you gonna try Holy Paladin? Are you gonna try a different healer?
Possibly. I also hear that Rhett is really fun to play when you're drunk, so maybe
the only Holy Paladin we've ever even known was Tandrixon. And he hung himself. He was so sad.
Oh God. Also, I'm pretty sure that our other 2 rep paladins in our raid group are also occasionally wasted. So maybe that is true. Paladins are best when they're drunk.
Maybe that's what I need to do for Zaddy. He was super unfun, and I regretted making him. But maybe I just need to get drunk and play him. That's the secret.
I was also looking around the raid, and I realized that there aren't really any pandas, so maybe Metaloid the Hunter will come back.
Oof.
Oh,
There also
no.
aren't many hunters. He is the ultimate affirmative action.
It's true, they all swapped.
We have 1 hunter, and Brio's gonna just keep that slot because he's always doing the damage and bragging about it.
Knock him down a few pegs.
I mean, from what I remember, looking over your shoulders because I got kicked out of raids at that point in my career, Metaloid was doing some serious numbers back in the day. I feel like you could easily slip back into the groove.
Yeah, I'm kind of missed the days of Draenor Mark's Hunter, though. I mean, it's just pretty different now, so
I thought you were just going to
really
say
know.
you missed Draenor, and I was going to be like, immunization. No one has ever said that.
I mean, it brought all 3 of us in somehow.
Ah, shit, it did.
No, don't reveal that yet. They can't know. They can't know the truth.
They can't know we don't have a pedigree, that we're newbies.
Well, I had a pretty busy week. I played about 10 hours of rated Battlegrounds.
Yeah, you sent us a message in our little private chat that was like, that is literally all I've done today. And I was like, I was at work and I'm like, I'm so jealous. I wish I could be him.
I made a lot of new BNet friends, had some very competent teammates. I got my 40 wins, and then I forgot that they changed the requirement for getting vicious saddles. They're actually not available right now. So I have 40 RGB wins and no saddle to show for it.
Oofa doofa.
Was everything you did for
Well-
nothing then? Like, do you not
Wait,
get
I
the saddle?
thought this was all for the hippo.
So it's for both. But if for the hippo, it's a lot easier to do 2s or 3s because those games last like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas
Like a long 3 round is like 3 minutes long.
rated Battlegrounds could last anywhere from like 15 to like 30, which is like the timer when it runs out.
Mhm.
I mean, I think I'm like 85% to the hippo, so I'm gonna get it before 8.1 drops because in January is when the season 2 starts, and so it'll be a new mount, and I don't think we know what it is yet.
Ooh.
So
Has it been
I
data
heard
mined what the
it's,
mount
or wait,
is?
no, it's the Warfront one is a crocolisk.
It-
So I guess it's not that.
I think it might be, no, yeah, because that's already in the game for PvP. Yeah, I don't think we know what it is yet. If we do, I haven't seen it. But if you do get 75 wins on a new character, you get a saddle. So 35 more
Wait,
wins.
a brand new character?
Yeah, so you can only do it once per character, the 75 RBG achievement. So if I get 35 more wins, then I will get a saddle, and I can get that sweet war bear that I want.
Nice.
So that's
I'm
something.
just aiming for that war mechano strider
Oh God,
with the literal machine gun on the front.
how many even are there out there? Like, how many people are riding that bad boy?
Probably none, because it's hard to get enough materials to even get those. And when you're there on that high pedestal, you don't want to shoot your shot and miss and land with the Mechano Strider. But I'm going to be there to do
I
it.
mean, and no one really has a lore reason to ride it because no one plays a gnome, really.
Whoa!
You're talking to a brand new gnome mage over here.
You're talking to an old retired gnome
Mhm.
monk. R.I.P. Wigglestein. You died because you were not fun to play.
I think Aaron has the most gnomes on any WoW account.
I think
but it
I've
seems
made-
like
yeah,
none of them
I've-
have gotten any play.
God, that could be a whole episode. Me just listing all of the gnomes that I've known. Wigglestein, Stabbenstein, Smiggenstein, Papastein, Pukebeard. Y'all remember Pukebeard?
Pukebeard.
I don't.
No, is he a cousin of the Steam
No,
family?
he was the only gnome who had no relation. His name was Pukebeard. He was a warlock. He was Affliction. And then I was like, Affliction is boring. A statement I later ran back when I did 100 fucking levels of it on Nastisha. May she forever sit in front of the Team Augers.
People love Affliction. Don't bad talk it. They're gonna come after us now.
No one loves Affliction.
Oh no. Send all your
Andrew,
emails to.
Andrew, our mutual friend, walked over when I was leveling Affliction, and he was like, "What are you doing? Demonology?" And I was like, "No, Affliction." He was like, screwed his face up and went, "Ugh, why?" And that's all he ever asked about it.
You fucked up. He's gonna watch this and he's gonna be like, "You did the Andrew voice. I can't believe you did that."
I do the Andrew voice at Andrew. He's like, "That's not what I sound like."
All right. Well, I guess we can move into 8.1 Tides of Vengeance Excitement. You guys pumped? We got what, like a week? It's like a week, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, boy. Yeah, Tides of they're already running ads for it on the BNet launcher, which are really distracting because like it was like did you know about the Night Elf war front? And I was like, I want to do that right now. So I logged in and it was like, not for a week, stupid. I'm like, why are you trying to cuck me on the launcher?
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
I am super
yeah,
excited.
I mean, so what are you guys most excited for in 8.1? Because like at least Aaron and I have already said that we're excited to level, but
Mhm.
what else are you guys excited for?
I am really excited for these rep changes. It's gonna be great not having to do my Champions of Azeroth thing on my mage because I switched mains like I would say 65% through 8.0, so I basically lost all my progress.
Yeah, I felt deeply bad for you that you had invested, you were on your hands and knees just dying at the cross to get Bludgeon, your warrior, up there. And then, like, in one weekend, you decided she was unfun. And I was like, oh no. You know what? Part of me was like, it's going to take him forever to get back up there. And I fucking checked you at Raid the other day. You're above me.
Oh, RBG's gear you really well. I highly recommend it. But
And you had
the thing is,
the staff. I'm like, how can I kill Slide Whistle and steal that staff off of his character?
but the thing is, though, I've never played range before. I've always played melee. I played a paladin, I played a demon hunter, I played a warrior.
That's
So like,
incredibly
I don't
true.
know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know where to stand. I find myself, I'll be standing under the boss, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm range. I can move
I don't
far
need
away.
to be here.
I can get way out of here.
Oh, but you can get those sick dragon flames tickling their beeholes.
Mithrax though, Mithrax is a breeze as ranged. Well, I guess I
No,
played him.
because it only targets us now.
Yeah, I've played it that twice now since the change, and it's targeted me no times. I have not gotten it yet.
Because it's
So,
only targeted me, and I've never ever been targeted pre-change. So I'm like, who? Whenever I land in the circle, I just slap my keyboard like, please, get me out.
well, the first week I think the changes it was hitting immune a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's always hit me before or after the change. It's just always me.
Oh no!
Okay.
I remember after the change, you were mad. You were like, "It keeps going on me. Why does this keep happening to me?" And I'm like, "Ha ha ha! Frostbolt."
Salty secret. I literally never get people out of the bubble. I always look at them because if you have like two people on the opposite sides, then you just stick them in the bubble for too long.
Yeah.
So I always look at them. I'm like, someone's got
I mean,
that.
if someone's next to me, I might Holy Nova, but I have other things I need to be worrying about.
I mean, yeah, you're a healer. You're one of 5. I'm just a lowly fire mage. I'm like, I probably should be helping out, but I want to get that extra 0.1% on Mithrax on the logs.
I think we're fine. I think normally Lynn handles it pretty well.
Also,
I mean,
normally
Lynn
bops
handles
out of it.
everything.
Also, Brio does barrage, and it gets like 17 people out of bubbles all at once. Like,
Wall damaging the boss.
Yeah, I'm like, I should help out, and then I see like literally 7,000 bullets spreading in like an arc around the room. I'm like, Brito's got it.
Have you guys seen what they're doing with the Azerite we work?
No, as much as I play World of Warcraft, like every other day, if not every day, I'm very out of the loop. What are they doing?
Well, they're gonna kill a lot of traits for the ones that were boring and the ones that they thought had no impact.
I hope they kill Gut Ripper. Gut Ripper is never important.
What? Gut Ripper is pretty good if you stack it. It can get a lot of. This is a plug for
I feel like
bloodmallet.com. Check your blood mallet, check your Azerite stacking and your levels and stuff. That'll give you hot tips.
I feel like Gut Rapper, Gut Rapper,
my favorite
Gut
artist.
Ripper is all. Yeah, he's on the up and up, Gut Rapper, but Gut Ripper is always in the same tier as like Tempest Storm, and it's like it can give you mass amounts of things and then give it to a friend near you, and I'm like, that's a lot better than just immediate
Oh,
damage.
they're not changing how you have to pay for respecs. And a lot of people are kind of like, oh, it's not a big deal. Just don't change your spec that much. But like, I'm doing PvP, I'm doing PvE. I'm messing with Frost. I'm messing with Fire. Like, I'm actually one of those people who's paying for spec changes because I don't have Azerite gear on this ult. Like, I only have so
Hmm.
much, and I have to just constantly pay the mummy man in the transmog shop to change my gear back and forth for one trait.
Is that where it is?
Oh wait, you don't know where? Yeah, it's in the ethereal mummy man
I
shop.
won't. I won't lie. You guys have always talked about like, oh, I gotta change. Like, I gotta pay the guy, and maybe it's because I'm just not good at the game. I'm
I
like,
mean,
what are they having to buy? Who are they paying?
if it makes you feel any better, I've never changed an Azerite trait.
Me
I mean,
either.
I also only play one spec, so
Same, but same
Yeah,
though.
you guys really only play one spec, and you guys really only play PVE like on raid nights
Mhm.
or. But I just feel like it sucks. It's so bad. Like I don't get why they won't budge on it. Like because they one of their main reasons was just kind of like, oh well, we want somebody who's maining that spec the entire expansion to have a marginal lead over somebody who's swapping just for the DPS. And it's like, bitch, like I want to play both. Like let me play both. And that
they should make it more expensive to change between specs then,
Yeah,
not the Azerite armor itself. If that's the reason.
yeah. It should. You. Yeah, you should have
I
to
don't get.
still pay something to change.
Like they won't budge on it. I mean, they've changed it in 8.1, or I guess they actually want it to be called Tides of Vengeance. They've never called it 8.1. It feels like they've only called it Tides. They want to like I think they want to brand it because people for some reason are
That's
just
weird.
hating this expansion so much, and like I kind of get it.
Trust me, my other day job at the other podcast, I get to wade through all of the complaints from the various message boards, and yep, good old beta for Azeroth.
Like I feel like we have never played as much as we've played this expansion. Is that just me? Like, do you feel
I
the same
mean,
way, me?
we're
Yeah, like this point during last expansion, during Legion, I think we were already during the point where we were in hiatus and missing until halfway through the next raid tier. So I would say overall, I think BFA was more of a success in retraining at least the two of us. Maybe probably you two, Aaron. Well, maybe you were here, you're probably there
no,
throughout
I
all
was
of
I was
Legion. So
I was just about to say that. Yeah, I remember when we were living together at college. I think I can reveal that information. I always remember like every couple months it'd be like, yeah, I don't know about this month. Like it's not really holding me. It was like end of WAD, beginning of Legion. It was like I don't really know. Maybe it's just that I'm like such a stan now. I have never thought of getting rid of BFA. I'm like, it's always going to be there. Like, WoW is a game that I love, even more so right now. It's a way to connect to friends. Like, I am greatly enjoying BFA, and it's just a shame that I am apparently, at least in the minority, according to online.
I mean, and I think a lot of it is that the online community is very vocal and they make a mountain out of an anthill, so that might be part of it.
Also, that was a nice sizzle.
Sorry, that
Ooh.
was my ass. But yeah, also I feel like the reason why we kind of stopped playing in Draenor was because we were raiding babies and we got yelled at a lot by was he Australian or New Zealand?
No,
Our first raid lead.
oh, fart. Not even yet. Our first raid
Oh,
lead.
remember that was like when we were training
Yeah,
to be raiders. It was
pre,
like
pre, what's it called? Locker room.
Our old guild where our raid leader we think might actually have died, which is kind of fucked up.
He was known for abusing sleeping pills, and then he disappeared, and I haven't kept up with the guild at all, but I don't see it in BFA. So
It's like, no, they have not done. Chris has not come back, and I've added him on Facebook, and I tried to reach out, but I heard nothing back. So I don't think it ended very well.
God,
Yeah, that guild is dead, and that other guild that replaced Animal House, RIP Animal
you remember?
House, is still around, and I occasionally see them recruiting, and I twitch a little bit.
Ripperoonie.
Chris, if you are out there, come back, man.
Yeah.
I don't.
Chris, we
I,
miss you. Where are you?
I don't know if we're gonna come back, but I want you. I want to see you in Borealis. It'll be like that scene in Batman. We're lock eyes from across the trading post. I won't say anything. You won't say anything to me, but I'll nod and I'll know. Chris is back.
He's somewhere out there. Hopefully. God, I hope he's somewhere out there. Please.
Yeah, please, God, don't make our jokes true.
We actually got some. We got some hot news coming in here. We got some fresh news.
Oh shit, lay it on me. Get some news.
There's been a data mining of the rewards for the rep. The what's it called?
Paragon bag?
The Paragon rep. Yeah, we know what's going to be inside of them now.
Oh snap! This is going to be a live unboxing. Let
Also,
me know.
the
What are
Paragon
we gonna
bags are
see?
back, which I'm very excited about.
I am excited.
Yeah, same. Because like 3/4 of the table missions are like, get your rep up with 7th Legion. And I'm like, I have been done with that for months now. I think I'm all right.
I've literally ignored those table quests for the last
Guys,
2.5
Same.
months.
If it's not AZ or gold,
I think it's happening. I think I'm going to have to go back in and do that grind all over again.
oh no, what's going on?
I mean, I want to get these rewards, right? I want to get this stuff. And if you remember, it was what, day 10?
That was a scary time to know you. I'd go to bed at 2 a.m. and you'd be like, I'm trying to get 7th Legion rep, and then I'd wake up for work at 7 a.m. and you'd be like, I'm still
When
getting
BFA
7th
dropped, I
Legion rep.
swear we played that game nonstop for 3 weeks. Like or maybe it was just me, because I got every single quest for 7th Legion, and then once I got it, like day 11, I was like, I am never grinding this again. And then what do? I switch characters.
Except now you're going to have to, because especially if you want to make the mage your new main, you'll need to have 7th Legion rep maxed out if you want to continue the war campaign.
Yep, so here I am, gonna have to grind that out again. It sucks, but I have lists of rewards, and I want you guys to guess how many of those sweet, sweet mounts are gonna come back. How many mounts do you guys think we have in these Paragon bags?
Is it 1 per rep?
0.
Is it? Yeah, I'll guess 2 per faction, or 3 per faction.
Aaron's got it. There are actually 0 mounts.
Well, I'm sure
Nothing.
some people will be happy about this, because I know that was a big complaint in the last one, because people didn't want to have to grind out rep just to get mounts, but...
It's like, you don't even need that mount. You don't have to grind it. Which I think has been our approach to a lot of the complaints in BFA. A lot of it's kind of been like,
Yeah, there's so many things where it's like, oh, I hate doing this thing. Well,
Yeah.
don't do it. Well, I never thought about
Remember
that.
islands, guys?
well, I haven't done an island in so long.
Ugh.
However, we might need to do those again, because those are going to be hot in 8.1. I'm sorry, Tides of
Yeah,
Vengeance.
there's gonna be island mounts and island stuff, and also one of them is Gilneas, so my baby
Oh,
gets
boy.
to go home and just kind of look around, and be like, "Wow, this place is still a shithole," and then leave.
Because in islands they're going to have new rep tokens. They're going to have new mounts. They're also making it easier to get some of the rare things in there, like the toys and the mounts and the pets and stuff. They're making that easier to get. But
Nice.
back to the Paragon reps. So it seems that we have another example of Blizzard's Horde favoritism.
Ooh.
Ugh, I feel like it's everything that they do.
And if it's not clear yet, we all play Alliance, and it's the only way to play. You can't tell me otherwise. So it seems like how it's working is there's going to be, I think, 3 toys that you can get from the Alliance. It seems to be for the Alliance, it's a toy and a pet per rep. So like Proudmoore Admiralty has the music box and an albatross for a pet. Order of Embers has a raven as a pet and a bewitching tea set. I think I might need to get this tea set.
Oh, I'm gonna be day one bewitching tea set, baby. Just sitting Borealis like, would you like some tea?
Oh, this is relevant for us. Storm's Wake will give us another pet. It's an eel, and not a toy, but it's gonna be a glyph, and it'll teach people how to inscribe a glyph of Storm's Wake, which is for mages, and it replaces your water elemental by the light blue, favored by the tide priests. What is your water elemental is replaced by the light blue, favored by the tide priests. That sounds like
Wait, aren't the elementals already light blue?
Yeah.
they
what
must
the
have
heck?
certain ones. They must have certain ones that because that sentence doesn't really make much sense. By the light blue, the light blue what? And then for the 7th Legion, actually, 7th Legion and Honorbound for the Horde are the same ones. They're rallying war banners, which is just a toy.
How many fucking banners are they gonna give us this expansion, though? Like, for real.
Banners and horses, the Alliance story.
Banners are in! Now, the Horde ones, they kind of seem okay, but they don't honestly seem... Ooh, I lied. One of them, so you know how we have that tea set, right?
Mhm.
They get a breakfast buffet. The Gold Tusk Inn breakfast buffet.
What?
Lay out a breakfast buffet fit for a king. The best the Gold Tusk Inn has to offer. Well,
They get a whole buffet and we get a light tea set?
I think that's what happened is, wait, but they also don't get access to that glyph. So we get an exclusive mage glyph. That's kind of cool.
Ooh. Alliance bias, here we come. It's gonna be the year of Alliance 2K19. It's gonna be like the year of Luigi.
AKA, we get another horse.
Ooh, this one's yellow.
Now, I wonder if you grind out those toys on the opposite faction, I wonder if you can use them on the other faction. You know what I mean? Like, if you get the Horde ones, are they going to be Alliance available? I would think not, but sometimes they are.
Yeah, because they've had toys before that are faction specific. Although I think it's just the Idle Thunder ones, but they've done it before.
It's interesting. Well,
We'll see what happens.
yeah, I kind of wish there was like a mount or two. Oh, there's also the Tortolan ones. Those have their own things too.
Like, so we're actually gonna get something for being exalted with Tortolan
What
now?
are the Tortolans giving
Yeah, and
us?
Champions of Azeroth. Which I think that the Champions of Azeroth one is pretty fitting because it just shows how useless Magni is again. The reward is it's an Azerite firework launcher. So you're telling me that Magni's like, champions, go get this Azerite, go and fire out this firework into the sky with the Azerite. Like it's her blood, right? We're firing off her blood as fireworks.
Champion!
I won't lie to you, champion. Not all of it is useful. I just like
Yes,
having it.
launch unstable Azerite skyward in a dazzling display. That seems very safe.
So we've literally been slaving away to get Magni Azerite so that he can have a bitchin' 4th of July party.
That sounds like it.
I won't lie to you, champion. I put out the APB, but I didn't really need this much. I don't know what to
Shooting
do
off
with
into
it
the
now.
Sky.
It's like that SpongeBob scene. We tried burying it, burning it. Eventually, we started giving it away.
For the Tortolans, we got probably the hottest toy. It's a Kojo's Master Matching Set, and it lets you play around of an expanded version of the shell game.
Wow, so he's finally going to be showing us this huge collection of things that he's collected over the years, because more than just 8 or whatever it is. He's over here bragging about how much he's collected, and then we only see 8 things?
Do you think he keeps track? Like, you roll up, you're like, Kojo, I've seen all of these before. Well, find them again.
Like, if it's expanded, how big is this board gonna be? Because sometimes,
Watch it be like hundreds.
honestly, like
Kojo's like, I wasn't fucking around.
It's going to be like a reskin of that Bejeweled game.
ooh, I hope so. I love that Jewel game. I play it during raid all the time still. The one that you get from Jewel Crafting from Legion. I love that thing. But then also what you get from the Tortolan Seekers is a bowl of glowing pufferfish. And it's a toy. And its use is lay out a bowl of glowing pufferfish. It's on a 1 hour cooldown, so it's gotta be cool, right? It's a long cooldown for
I don't know. There have been a lot of things that have been on a long cooldown that shouldn't be by
literally
any means.
everything.
People are about to be doing drugs in the middle of raid. Yo, Lynn, I can't go though. I just ate some
Pass that
pufferfish.
puffer.
I'm gonna be fucked up for like the next hour. Can we take a break right now?
Looks like for the war front, I guess there's gonna be new world bosses. You know, like how we have like Doom's Howl and we have whatever the hell the
Yeah,
Horde
the
ones get.
tank.
Are we talking about the Darkshore one?
I think it's called like the Lion's
yeah, I
Roar
think that's
or
right.
something. I saw it once.
We need to play our Horde alts because like we don't know what the hell's going on over there. Like I know what's going on over there, but I haven't seen
Gal
it.
pals.
Gal pals are back,
No,
baby.
yeah. Whenever I talk about the story with other people, I'm like, based on what Andrew mumbled at me once and someone complained about on Twitter once, this is what the Horde is doing. Like, I have no idea.
Yeah, like I keep up with it,
It's time for the Gal pals to
but
come
I have
back.
no idea. Like I haven't seen it firsthand. But these world bosses are actually pretty cool. So like you know how like Doom's Howl just a big tank that came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for Darkshore, these bosses, the Horde get to fight Ivis the Forest Lord, which is funny because Ivis the Forest Lord is an old boy. He have you guys ever done Arathi? That one where you can summon bosses. It's that huge snow map. It's like humongous.
I have
Oh,
done
is
very
this the
little
one that people
Battlegrounds.
say used to take like a week at a time to finish?
Yeah, it
or-
would take forever.
Oh yeah, I've done that once.
I know. I mean, you hated it.
I mean, I think I hate most PvP, to be honest.
Boo! That's right. It's Alterac Valley. It always confuses me. Those sound so similar. The Alliance get to fight his counterpart, which is some elemental guy whose name is Lokalar. I've never seen him because people don't summon those bosses anymore. But the world bosses they're gonna drop eye level 400 gear, which seems kind of like
What?
a crazy number, doesn't it?
Oh, that's wild. I guess it's only 10 from the max that you can get in 8.0, but that's still like set 30 higher than anything I have. That's actually a lie.
Wait, so
I have a
what does that
390.
compare to the next raid tier then? You said it's 400 base for the Warfront?
Well, I have the new raid tier up here. So for Battle for Dazara lore, for LFR you get 370 gear. For normal you get 385 gear. Heroic's 400 and Mythic is 415.
You're telling me at base, this Warfront is going to drop base heroic gear?
Yep, which is what the one I already did before, right? Because the other one you get 370 gear.
370? Yeah, that's
You just
base.
you just
Alright.
rarely get to
It's
see
just
it.
one piece, yeah.
Yeah, you I don't think you've gotten one yet, have you? I don't think you've gotten one piece.
No, I got one piece of 370 gear from Warfront, and it was something that I had a Titan Forge 390 piece from Raid or something. And it's like, okay, well, thanks. Thanks, WoW.
I got super lucky on that first Warfront rotation.
Yeah,
because I got
you
a piece.
really did. I remember you bragging, like, here's my 390 sword. We were like, oh, that's lame. And you're like, I completed the quest and I got a 480 helm.
Well, yeah,
It's literally
I bonus
broken.
rolled. I bonus rolled a piece, and I also just won a piece. So I got 2 of the 3 pieces he dropped. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But what's the best part of all this is Titan forging. Its cap is now 425, which means we are gonna get to see some sweet 420 gear.
Oh,
Yeah.
blaze up!
We're gonna blaze it up with our 420 gear.
It's a good time to be a fire mage.
That's pretty cool. And then for the dungeons, we have I think normal's 340, heroic's 355, and mythic is 370. That's like Mythic Plus. Like we have to do that again. Like we've fallen off that wagon so much.
First, I
Well,
haven't,
base
I haven't done a
Mythic Plus gear
Plus.
will be good for our alts then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Leveling in alt is gonna be so good.
And now, while we take a break to powder our noses and check our auction bids, here's a report from our favorite world-weary worgen, Growlina. She's live from the streets of Borealis Market Square.
I'm sitting down today with Bush Done Did It.
Howdy.
How are you, Bush?
Yeah, good. How about you?
So tell me, have you killed Gahoon yet?
Ahead of the curve! Gahoon!
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
What was the experience like, fighting a god?
Pretty simple. Stupid fucking guildies can't dodge pimples, but I can. And warlocks have dog shit movement too. Like, what the fuck?
I've been there. How long did it take you? How many tries?
I don't know. Like, my second heroic raid, and like 20 wipes. Now it's on farm though.
Indeed. Will you be tackling him on Mythic?
Nah, no need.
Just too much work?
Yeah, no good gear from them. Plus, I've been getting heavily into Mythic Plus.
That's more than fair. Well, do you have any tips for any newbies listening to the program?
Get good. Learn your rotation, and only play Faded.
Well said, sir. Thank you for speaking with me today.
No problem, no problem. Thanks for having me on, Growlina.
My name is Growlina, and this has been Growl on the Prowl. Back to you in the studio, boys.
So another thing announced in 8.1 was, well, it's been announced for a while, but it's something that's going to happen in 8.1 is the Tyrande storyline. If you want to talk about that.
I'm excited about that one because, I've never been the most supportive of the Night Elves, but I'm really excited for this new kind of spooky warlike stance they're taking. Although I will say, from what I've seen of 8.1, not super excited that they don't feel like team players.
What do you mean?
Tyrande and Malfurion are getting real angry. They're yelling at my boy Anduin. I don't think they'll ever split, but they definitely are the closest alliance race from splitting from the alliance right now.
Yeah, I feel like their anger is pretty justified, though. They got fucked, and, the Alliance could have done a lot more to help them out.
What I personally don't get, and this is perhaps just my race bias here, but from what I've seen, Gen, he, down talks Anduin. He was like, I can't believe you won't help them. My people will assist them. And it's like, I get it, Gen.
His people are already there, too, right?
You want to help save your second home. But what about your first home, homie? Varian didn't even get a fart to get Gilneas back. When are we doing that?
Gilneas, does Gilneas deserve to be saved that soon after the whole reason they split from the Alliance in the first place? That, where Gen was like, I'm going to go hide behind this and build a big wall.
They kind of locked themselves away, too, so...
And the Night Elves were there the whole time, and then when the Worgen were like, hey, we need some help, they're like, oh, come on in, we'll keep you over here. And then one of their most proudest members, Aaron, who plays a Worgen, decides he's going to hate on Night Elves, even though they have housed his kin and his king and his king's friends.
I do believe when I created my Worgen, as soon as it dropped me off in Teldrassil, I whispered slide whistle and I said, please, get me out of here. Give me a port.
I do think, though, your main reason was you probably got on that flight path, and you probably tried to fly out of Teldrassil, and you were on that path for an hour and a half. Just like, fuck the Night Elves.
I hate this.
You accidentally took the flight path on the inside without porting out first, and then you were done.
Yeah, well, you have to fly all around the tree, and a night elf sits on your griffin, and it was like, here's the tour. Look at this branch. And I'm like, just get me out of here, please.
Help! Please send help.
It also, my girl hasn't left that great of an impression. Referencing back to the whole only 13 people saved.
I'm excited to see the Night Elves leaders do something for once.
Yeah, they've been in the background forever.
He sat on his ass for so long. I feel like the last thing we saw him do was make a big cyclone over Where was it? Like on that
It's in like
continent.
the Darkshore Isles, right?
He just
It's in
is
Darkshore.
just
Honestly,
spinning and spinning.
the last thing I saw him do was get jobbed on by Xavius, and then even though it wasn't him, it was a shadow of Xavius. He's never gonna live down to Ronda.
You know, that's also another interesting thing because a lot of people quote that. I mean, like we quote it too, but like I feel like a lot of people don't realize that wasn't him.
Yeah, that's
He's
not him.
his
It's the
name was
shadow of
dragged through the
Xavius
mud.
making fun of him.
I guess Serena was like, "My love," but it's still
Yeah,
like,
even understanding the context of that quest, I still giggle and laugh. She's like,
I
"Go
mean, it
check
is
the
funny.
lake, champion. I hear my lover yelling for me." It's like, Taronda, don't get goofed on. It's been the shade of Xavius the past 7 times. But this time it's him, I swear.
well, I think at one point she does say, "Xavius, I know that's you," but it's still like you responded for like half of that. Like you've had to have known.
I'm pulling Time Warp!
Oh, dang.
Time Warp!
Oh boy.
So, here at Do Not Relent, we're playing this little game called Time Warp. And every episode, one of us can pull Time Warp, just like in World of Warcraft. And the other 2 contestants will have 40 seconds to play a game of the host's choosing. So, since I pulled it this time, I'm going to have a little trivia question for the 2 of you.
Okay.
And whoever can have the most correct answers wins. The other one has to take a shot.
Okay, so
Oh boy.
are we going like seesaw, one and then the other, or are we?
We're just shouting like maniacs.
So, what do you guys think is best? This is new. We're going to set a precedence here.
I mean, I feel like if you just shout it like maniacs and you just judge who got it first.
I think that is fair. And that's also like on point with Time Warp itself. So, yeah, I will make the executive decision now and say that you 2, I'm going to set a timer. You have 40 seconds, just like Time Warp in the game. And I'll choose a category. We'll just name like rapid fire, and I will judge based on what I hear, and then I will tally up a score for the winners. So,
Oh boy. All right.
are you ready?
I guess most
Mhm.
importantly is what are you drinking a shot of, Aaron?
Tonight I'm featuring Bacardi Gold.
Ooh.
It
Party
is-
Gold realness.
Yes, it is really not great. It's hanging around the house for a reason because no one else wants it.
I've got a half gallon of Svedka ready to go. So I'm win or lose. I think I'm gonna win. All right. Well, I guess
Okay,
we're ready.
well, here we go. Category is capital cities. Ready, set.
Wait.
Wait.
Horde and Alliance or just?
I just said capital cities.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Stormwind, Ironforge, Darnassus, Undercity,
Exodar.
Orgrimmar, the Exodar, Gilneas, technically.
Dalaran, does that count?
Yeah, Dalaran is 2 of them.
What are the Horde ones?
Naporian Tundra, Borealis.
What are the Horde ones?
Ataldazar.
Oh God.
Silvermoon.
I'm panicking.
I'm
panicking.
Fuck. Valley of the Golden Lotus.
Undercity.
Brill.
That
was 40 seconds? Holy Jesus.
Okay, so the final score was Aaron got 7 and Slide got 5.
5? Those Horde capitals.
And since both of you guys said Dalaran, I gave each of you 1 since there's 2. Even though, because Felipe said it first, but then Aaron said there were 2 of them. But yeah, originally the ones I wrote down were just like the main ones, but then you guys started naming some other ones, and I'm like, yeah, those are capital cities, so I counted them anyways. The ones you guys missed were Thunder Bluff. That's really the only main one that you guys missed. You guys got the rest of them, so I'm proud of you guys. So, Slide, go ahead and take that shot of Svedka.
Bottoms up, and the devil goes down. Isn't that from that video with that monster lady?
Yeah. 666. Number of the devil.
So then,
Also, let the record show, in the spirit of celebration, I'm going to take mine too.
what a good sport! What a good sport! And
Oof.
I think we were saying that since you won this, then you're the one to choose the category of the next time warp, and you get to pull time warp whenever you want during the next episode.
Oof. I'm
I was
ready.
not ready. I was not ready. I have not taken a shot without Mixer in so long. How old are we?
We're too old.
I have a fun topic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you guys ever heard of the term wrath babies before?
I assume it is players who started on Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then like as of this BlizzCon, apparently somebody tried to coin the term catechids, which I know that there was a lot of backlash against.
Well, I mean, even the term rat baby started derogatory because it was Burning Crusade and players who were classic who were like, these rat babies don't know how good they've had it. Like, this is an easy expansion. But then everyone kind of just adopted it and was like, yeah, I'm a rat baby. So what does that make us? What are we?
Oh,
We started in
God.
Worlds of Draenor.
We're
We started
Draenor
at,
dudes?
Draenor, dude.
No, we're Draenor darlings, baby.
Draenor
Draenor dogs.
darlings. We've lived through the worst, so we know
Yeah,
we're
you know what?
hardened.
I feel like that's why we're never going to be down in WoW, because we came in at, like, arguably the worst point in WoW's life. We came in, like, the middle of Draenor, but... Well, I did. But, and then, think
And
about it.
we
Like,
and
we're not
we
playing
we
max
had
content.
we had enough time to truly appreciate the fact that Draenor had no content.
Yeah.
Like
'cause,
we
What?
did it, and we still had like 9 months to a year to be like, woof. So we're really just
And
running
like everyone else's
Citadel.
defense, though, like we started like in the middle of Draenor, but it took us until basically the end of Draenor to even get to max level and start getting to like the end game content. So
Yeah.
we didn't really have to deal with the whole lack of end game content.
I
Mhm.
think I can remember pretty well that I hit max level probably like 2 to 3 weeks after Tanan Jungle came out, which was their 6.3. So that was the last patch they got. There might have been like a very small patch after that, but that was it.
Yeah, I actually remember that. I think that I joined during the 6.2.5 patch, which I think is the infamous like here take a selfie camera
Oh
patch.
yeah, that was it. That was rough too. But so yeah, we got Draenor dudes, Draenor darlings, we got Draenor dogs. What about
Draenor
But like,
dogs.
since we joined during this time period, are we just like alternate universe WoW players? Are we even real?
Take me back to AU, baby.
Because we have little ton of problems with like what's happening in BFA. Like I'm fine with all of it. I hate the Azerite stuff, but like I feel like I've seen worse. Like I feel like it's all part of the course, which that doesn't mean it's a good thing. But
I've seen some changes, and I've been like, oh, that's unfortunate. But I have yet to jump onto a message board, so not that it makes me better or anything, but I'm just like, there's got to be something in our DNA that we're just generally okay with it, and I think we found it. It's just we're dirty, dirty Draenor darlings.
we came in at rock bottom. It can't get worse. Like I think we cannot. Is there anything with warlords we can do? Like, what's a good W word for warlords? I guess we need W. Wrath babies. That's just WB. Warlords. It's like nothing.
I don't know. I think I don't know. Of the name, Warlords is one thing. Like that's like ooh. But you mentioned Draenor, and like everyone will know what you mean. You're like,
That's
ooh.
true. That's true. I think I do like Draenor dudes is pretty good because like we also didn't start playing when we were babies. Like a lot of people started playing this game when they were like what, like 10, 11. My parents would not. My mom would hit me if I asked her to pay $15 a month to play a video game.
Because it was on Cheat, and they had a whole Warcraft episode, and I was Adam, my brother, and I were like, oh damn, let's do this. And we asked our parents, and they were like, no, never. And I was like, okay.
Yeah,
This
luckily,
was shortly after my father decided that video games weren't like the cause of all evil. and we weren't supposed to hide them at our grandmother's house anymore. But he was like, "I'll give you an inch, but I'm not gonna give you a mile."
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, I mean, lucky for me, back when I was like 10 or 11, yeah, also my parents wouldn't pay like was it always $15
Yeah,
for a
it's
sub?
never changed, right?
Because I
I
remember
honestly don't
I
know.
remember my parents being like, "You guys already have Napster, and this is Napster plus 5."
Dude,
Yeah.
just LimeWire it. Just LimeWire World of Warcraft. What are you
Oh,
doing?
I did that, and then my family's computer was fucked up forever, so
Yeah,
I
it's
was
because
no
you use
longer there.
LimeWire. All the cool kids jumped to FrostWire when they got the secret
No, I
Pirate
skipped
Bay all
both,
points
and I went
bulletin.
straight to Pirate Bay, and then I fucked up
Whoa!
everything.
You hear that, FBI? FBI, hello? FBI, hello? We have a
Woo, woo.
criminal on our
Episode
hands.
1's the last
I mean,
episode.
no, I never did such a thing, officer. But yeah, my parents never would pay the $15, so I happily agreed with my parents being okay with paying the $5 monthly RuneScape subscription.
Woo!
So
Oh,
that
Rich
was
snap.
me for like 5 years of my life, and I thought I was a high roller.
I didn't know I was in this chat with a member. Whew.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but have you guys ever played Pirates of the Caribbean online? That's where all the real MMO kids were. They were dancing with Jack Sparrow and his little zombie skeleton crew, sailing the seven seas and wishing that they had more money to play World of Warcraft.
Audience, you're here on episode 1 when this stops becoming a WoW podcast and becomes a Pirates of the Caribbean online podcast.
Fun fact, you can still play POTC online. Disney has released its information to a group of beautiful people who have remade the game.
Oh,
They're
shit.
hosting the servers. You can play it right now.
The cops are coming to go get Immune. I heard him in the background.
Blah, 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 blah. It's because they knew that I was about to say that not only can you play Pirates of the Caribbean online, you can also play that Toontown shit.
Oh, snap!
no!
2 towns free?
You heard it here first.
Dude, meet me at Habbo Hotel and then we'll talk.
Habbo Hotel is a weird breeding place for racists. It's wild, considering
Hey.
it's like a free app.
Habbo
Hey,
Hotel,
listen, that's where Slide was born, okay?
Habbo Hotel gave birth to bad subreddits. Okay, that
The
doesn't mean it's all
the
bad.
pool is closed due to AIDS. That's the only thing I know that
No.
came out of Habbo Hotel.
But so did we decide? Are we Draenor dudes? Are we Draenor darlings? What are we?
I don't know, let's take a vote, I guess. Is this
Oh,
the final
God.
two?
I think Immune put forward darlings. I put forward dudes. So Slide
We're the Draenor,
as the
the
mid
Draenor
ground.
dogs.
Oh, I like that one too, though, so I don't know.
Well, you know,
That's good.
you know what? Let's on the count of 3. Let's just say it.
Also, let's establish this. Nobody else has even wanted to touch this. We are setting a precedent. This will forever be the name that everybody has to use when referring to people who started in Draenor.
I mean, because, like, besides the 3 of us, was there anybody else who joined during this time period? I don't think so.
No, there wasn't. Wait, there was. Leah Wren. Remember our friend Leah Wren, the panda
Oh,
girl
Leah
we added?
Wren.
I am still friends with her on BNet. R.I.P. Leah Wren.
Same.
Except not
She-
R.I.P. She's still playing.
We
she could do
we
the
added a
ropes.
panda friend. We all played pandas for the first time, and we added this girl, Leah Wren. Well, I think it was a girl who was following us around on those stupid little like wood posts you have to jump on the island.
Mhm.
And the turtle. Fun fact: Leah Wren is online right now. She's still playing, so she's the only other Draenor dude dog darling out there.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still maining that character, even though, admittedly, I did pay for a
Yeah,
race change
it
because I
had
didn't
a
want to play
sex
as a panda
race
anymore.
change. I mean,
Whoa!
I just brought mine up the other day. Booty's still around. She's the number 1 backup.
I'm maining my first max level Draenor character because I boosted my mage Jaxi Ribos when he was a Draenei. I boosted him,
That's
and
incredibly
he was
true.
in Draenor first.
Let me also say, Leah Wren is actually in Pandaria right now.
Stop. You know what? I'm gonna message her right now and see what she has to say. I'm gonna ask her opinion. You guys.
We have a live interview right now of Leah Wren.
Okay, so you guys discuss what you guys want the name to be. Well, I type with Leah Wren right now and figure out what she thinks.
Okay, so immune. It's up to you and me.
Okay, let's see.
Honestly, you brought forward darlings. I do like darlings. Would you be? You know what I'm saying? Would you be afraid the other Draenor kids would be mad about it? But I guess it's just us and Leah. So, do you think
Well,
she'd
I feel
accept
like we need to
darlings?
ask her right now to have like a full opinion, but I guess we can formulate ours now while Slide is over there trying to see if Leia is able to respond and give her input. So I
Hmm.
put forward darlings, but like, it needs to be in like the form of darlings. But I also really feel the Draenor dogs, like with a DAWG, you know.
It adds a shorthand that I feel like we really need to bond as a group, considering there are potentially only 4 of us.
Yeah, so we put it forth, and we will see if she responds.
Yeah, I
Also,
would say
Leah Wren has responded.
oh snap! What
Already?
happened?
What'd she say?
Her vote will be the last vote I announce.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well,
my vote's locked and ready.
Aaron, have you formulated and decided what yours will be?
Yes.
I have, I believe, decided.
On the count of 3,
Are we all just gonna say it on the count
let's
of 3?
say it at once and then try to decipher what each other said in bad
Okay.
podcasting form.
Perfect. I wouldn't want it any other way, just like Draenor itself. Let's go.
It'll
On
be
the
a messy
count of
experience.
3. So on 3, we will all say what we want to identify as.
Okay.
Wait, just say the last word. Don't say Draenor, because they all have Draenor in them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Dude.
What did you guys say?
I said dude.
I said
I
dogs.
said dog. What did Leah say?
Leah Wren said darling. Now,
Oh!
hold on. Now, this is actually very important. We need to assess this. Leah Wren said, I like darling, but I'm a girl. Which is a good point, because Draenor Dude can be construed as only males have been playing this since Draenor.
Also, I see your message, and you spelled dog incorrectly.
Okay, you know what? Let me try to rectify this and see if me spelling it as DAWG will change her mind. Do you think it will? I
Good.
think it might.
Okay, so while he reaches out to Leah, which I'm honestly impressed that she responded so immediately
so
for
fast,
someone that we haven't
considering-
talked to in years.
Yeah, not since like literally 2015, 2014 even.
Like, literally one of the first days that I started playing this game again, like, in the starting zone of Pandaria, right?
Oh god, that was such a shit show. My ex showed up, and I wasn't confident enough to say that I played WoW, so I'm like, you caught me at a bad time. God, it was just, it was a rough
Never shy
time for
away
good
from
old
your
Aaron.
gamer realness.
Oh no, I remember I had my alliance band on during my only date with my last girlfriend, and she was like, "Is that a Warcraft thing?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And she was like,
Well,
"Hell
hey.
no."
Well, at least she recognized it, which means
Yeah, she was
something.
like, "My brother plays. He's kind of a dork," and I was like, "Well, I'm kind of a dork."
So, Slide, has Leah responded?
She sure has.
Oof.
I said to Leah Wren, will it affect your vote if I say that Draenor Dog is spelled as dog? She goes, LOL hyphen. I like it better than Draenor Dude, but still voting for Draenor Darling. She cannot be moved. She will stick with her darling vote. And then she said, sure thing, hun, when I said thanks.
Honestly, this may have influenced my vote on
Yeah,
the
you
beginning
know-
if I knew
you
that
know
Leia Baby
what?
would have voted for Darling.
Whoa, I don't think you can re-vote. That's not how votes
Well,
work.
I know. So I will stand
Well,
by my Draenor dog.
Hold up. We can determine. We're the only 4 human beings who can determine this. We can make an executive decision to change it to Leah Wren, our Lord and Savior's pick.
We're all
I-
Leah Wrens now.
I personally, Leah's still out there, and I'm still supporting her. I'm officially changing my vote to Draenor Darlings.
Draenor Darlings.
I am officially changing my vote to... Yeah, Darlings too, I guess. We're doing
Yeah,
it. It's happening.
Draenor Darlings.
All 4 of us rejoice.
I told her the good news. I told her we won the vote and that our first ever WoW Draenor friend is a darling.
Okay, well, I think now's a good time to transition into our next little segment. Another staple of this podcast will be the sexiest NPC of the week.
Sexiest.
So
A
every week we will decide a new sexiest NPC of the week.
Who's it gonna be?
This
I'm
week
quivering.
we decided, our podcast name is Do Not Relent. So who else is there to start off this bright tradition of this glorious podcast than Commander Linden himself, honey?
Ooh.
Those thighs. Commander
I
Linden
mean-
is by far the #1 sexiest NPC, and his credentials show it. He's in charge. He's got a big flaming sword. Look at his helmet! That helmet could make a man's thighs quiver.
And you know
Get it.
what? Physical beauty is one thing, but he had the charm and the leadership and the charisma to enrapture us so early in our WoW career, enough that we named a ding-dang show after him.
This man was our first quotable. I feel like he was the first WoW quotable that we were like, holy shit, these lines are on point. And then I Google it, and nobody else is talking about his lines.
Which is
No-
funny because, literally almost, at least once a week over the, last year and a half, in some way, one of us have probably quoted this glorious man.
And it's so funny because this, Scarlet Halls was redone in Pandaria, so we actually get to see him twice because we this dungeon as Lobies, right? I think it's a level 20 dungeon, level 23 dungeon, something like that. It's very low down there. Do it again at 90, right? It's been a
Not
while
Part of the
since-
time walking?
I don't
Pandaria, or no?
think we ever saw the pre him, because I think
It didn't exist.
Well, yeah. So I think this is the only version of him there has ever been. But honestly, you don't need any other one. They can redo the dungeon. I want Commander Linden staying the same, baby.
Is there
Get-
any way
get-
I can personally obtain that glowing sword?
There probably is, honestly.
Get rid of Houndmaster Braun. Get rid of Firemaster what's-his-face. Just give me Linden, baby.
You know what? I love that dungeon, but that part made no sense to me. Why would the dogs decide all of a sudden at the end, when he was immune to all of your damage, that they were going to bite him and then bite through all the guys with the shields? How are they biting through shields?
And break down a fucking door.
They did those 16 dogs went on a massacre. What?
I mean, can you blame them? Everyone wants a piece of Commander Linden, baby.
Well, no, the
Commander
dogs didn't bite
Linden.
him, but I see what you're getting at. Those dogs wanted to get a piece of him, and they couldn't, so they're pissed about it.
I mean, and as a Draenei, let me just say, did you guys know that it's the same voice actor as Vindicator Marab, baby?
I did not. I knew he was a voice actor that worked for Blizzard, but I did not know that he was also Murad.
He's Winston too, right? Isn't he?
Yeah,
Winston?
he's Winston.
We need our ultimate goal is to get this man. If you know Crispin, the voice of Commander Linden, send him our way because we will pay him so much money to record anything for us.
I will pay him far more than I really should to
Just say
have
my
him
name.
reprise Linden.
Just say my name. That's all I want. Say my name. We're good.
Say my name, say my name.
Wait, for use. Don't start that.
We can only do 5 seconds.
It's probably less than 5 seconds, hopefully.
Oh, I hope so.
I mean, also we have the power of editing, so I can just get rid of that.
What's that? I feel like 8.1 is going to be very, very alt friendly. You're going to be able to level
Which
up
is
guys
good
so quick.
because getting my alts up in 8.0 I mean, a lot of it is just rep based, but I'm like, I just don't feel like it. Like
Yeah.
with my main, I'm up with everyone. I'm exalted with everyone. With my alt, I don't even know if I'm friendly with anyone. Like if it's not part of the main leveling experience, I don't do it on my alt.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. I don't really. Like I said, my motto is if I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. And I've had a very good experience doing it because there's so many other things you can do to fill that time that I have been
Mm-hmm.
very satisfied with. Just try new things. Try RBGs. They're great.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
have I've
I
done
should
so
probably do it
few of
more
them.
often. Like, yeah, the three of us should just do an RPG together sometime.
I'll tell you what, next season I'll bring you along. But this season my rating's kind of high and I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah,
I don't want to
okay.
take my rating. Okay, fair enough,
But
guy.
if you guys want to do some threes, I'm down with some threes or twos.
Oh, are your threes ratings down in our tier?
Well, yeah, because my alt, because of my alt isn't hasn't done them before. So yeah, they're pretty low.
Bitch!
Listen, I'm a PvP pro, okay?
Click.
So, let's wrap these things up with a closing segment that I want to call Top Toot of the Week. So, let's all go around and say what our top toot, our favorite thing of the week in WoW was.
Sounds familiar. I'm on
So, I don't know what you're talking about, Slide. I've never heard about this before. This is original content. Aaron, how about you? What is your favorite thing of the week?
My favorite thing of the week was I hit a guy up to talk to him to ask him about like scrapping and how he feels about that, and then I went to raid, and when I came back, he was still around, and he was like, "Hey, it's you," and I just talked to him, and I'm like, I accidentally made a friend, and now we're being at friends, and it's just a really nice feeling.
That's pretty cool. Okay, Slide, what's your top toot of the week?
I would say that my top two of the week probably would have to be watching season 2 of Drag Race. Oh wait, WoW top two of the week, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think my WoW top two of the week is probably gonna have to be how much I progressed in RPGs on that 10-hour 10-hour playthrough. I feel like I learned a lot. I played Fire Mage. I'm normally playing Frost Mage. Fire Mage is so absurd in PvP. You can
This is good, baby.
because like you can greater pyroblast an enemy. Greater pyroblast does 35% of an enemy's health. 35%. And that leads into a crit, so you can do a regular one afterwards. You do so much damage, you melt people, like it's ridiculous. So my top two is discovering Fire Mage in PvP and getting so close to that goddamned hippo mount. What about you, Ian? What's your top two of the week?
Okay. Let's see. My top toot of the week would probably be going back to Argus, my homeland, and finding the Una toy so that I could finally bring my daughter to work at Raid.
Don't forget that Immune plays a Draenei Holy Priest. So we're getting on that sweet Una quest to start the secret quest to get all the mounts and the cool little pets and stuff.
Yeah, so I would say that we finally got Una, but like we really didn't start trying until like 2 weeks ago, so it really wasn't a grind or anything. So we're finally starting the Waste of Time achievement quest line. I know we're a little late to the draw here, but what else aren't we late on the draw on, right? Draenor Darlings.
Draenor Darlings. We joined the game 12 years after it came out.
Hey, but you know what? It's still going strong, and we're not an old fogey who hates the game now. We're little young, bright-eyed babies who love this game and will play it until we're the age of people now who play this game.
Whew.
40, 50?
Based on some
Our
of the
guilt.
people I know that play this game, we have a while to go.
That's fine. Like that's awesome that this game is still for so long been hanging in there. Like that we get to play it like at this point in its life.
that
It's wild to me.
And that we can connect with each other over it, and because we don't live in the same city anymore,
Mhm.
so it's really wild that we get to use it and talk about it on this podcast, like hundreds of miles away.
And I feel like we started so late, but we have learned so much. We do this thing where we just will absorb any single piece of information we can. I know so much about this game that like I was even playing. Like, why am I learning this information for? It's useless to me. But I still am like, hell yeah, tell me about like Burning Crusade tier sets. Tell me about how how the questing worked back then. Like, I'm here for it.
Hey, lore and story is never useless.
It's true. But all right, I think we're about done. That's going to do it for us. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, cookbooks, lookbooks, anything you want to send it to us at DoNotRelentPod@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at DoNotRelentPod on Twitter. If you just want to plug anything, you can plug it right now.
Okay, well, you guys, if you want, can follow me at New Era Alex on Twitter. That's probably the best place to find me.
If you want to find me, Aaron, myself, I'm on Twitter at TheBigAcheesy. I also do another WoW podcast called 2 Trade Chat. You can find that at Trade Chat Pod. I do it with my friend and roommate Will, and we have a lot of fun there. If there's one thing we know how to do, it's trudge through the shit that is r/WoW.
There's a lot of it.
Well, that's it for us. And remember, and then that's where we'll input a clip of the guy saying one of the lines.
Okay.
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.